Envion on the mix. So if you listen to Lucid Dreams, you will hear Envion on the mix shouted. And that is interesting. In Stone Park, Illinois, which is a southwest suburb of Chi-Town of Chicago, in Stone Park, there's a studio called Envion Studios. It's a big studio, big rap studio. I think they employ 10 people. It's a decent operation. One of the few studios left that's a decent place in the city. And on the 3 billion stream hit, Juice Wrld's Lucid Dreams, you hear Envion on the mix. And this little studio sits on a suburban quasi-city corner in a not too run down, but not upscale neighborhood. It's like a middle class South Side neighborhood, and it's very unassuming. It's not a fancy studio. You wouldn't really even know it's there, but it's down there. And Juice Wrld performed this song there, and we know this because of the tag, or it was mixed there. But he was known to go there for his tracks. And Juice Wrld was a suburban Chicago South Side guy, apparently. And not even a guy, I'd say he was a teen. I think he went to Homewood Flossmoor. And Homewood Flossmoor is a suburban private school. I think he was in band. I could be wrong on that. He either went to Proviso or Flossmoor. I'm pretty sure it was Flossmoor, though, which is a decent school. So Juice Wrld is hanging out with Lil Bibby in 2015. Lil Bibby's still around. Lil Bibby's a pretty underrated rapper. Way less popular in his music than Juice Wrld, but he was a bit of a mogul. And yeah, they're hanging around. They're like 20. And Juice Wrld just starts singing, really. He sings. He doesn't rap. It needs to be said that Juice Wrld was not a rapper. He was not a mumble rapper. He was not a rapper. He was a singer. And I think he was a melody writer. A very good one at that. A very good songwriter, actually. And in Lucid Dreams, he gets these pitches that go up and down and up and down. There's a Kanye quote. He said, I like the uppy downy. It's literally what he said. The up and down melodies. In the night, I hear her talk. I called it. It's going up an entire octave and down again. If you look at a MIDI, you can just do that visually. And our guy Juice Wrld, this unknown guy from my neck of the woods, the suburbs of Chicago, he comes up with these great melodies over some dicey beats, and we'll get to that. But he goes, I have these lucid dreams. You see how that's going up and down? And he's not rapping at all. He's not saying, I have these lucid dreams. I have these lucid. There's a distinct melody. And there are people who will beat you down and hurt you. And like J. Cole, right? You shouldn't be doing melody. That's for girls. Like, shut up. Shut up. People really liked Juice Wrld because he used his melodies. And he was a great songwriter. And he was an actual artist, and I liked the Juice Wrld. Thought he was cool. He's very sad lyrics, too sad. That was the thing about him, is he had these songs like the romantic stuff was nice. Okay, cool. It's not talking about. That was the weird thing. He's friends with Bibby, who's the opposite. Bibby has a low voice. He wasn't that afraid of melodies. He has some cool songs with some melody, but he was a rapper, with a low voice. But they were friends. So it was kind of interesting. And to tie it back to Youth Lagoon, he actually has a freestyle over Youth Lagoon's Afternoon. The melody from that, he raps over it, and it's pretty popular on YouTube. So anyway, Bibby helps out Juice Wrld. Juice Wrld gets super famous with these melody songs. They're just songs. They're not even rap songs. I think they're just pop, urban pop, hip hop pop. Who cares, right? Indie hip hop, right? It's not Chance the Rapper stuff where it's just like kind of too sweet and saccharine, and he's like, it feels kind of disingenuous. It's very deep stuff. And it's almost too deep. And those were the times we were in where it was like we can kind of be melancholy in 2016, but it's getting to the point of like true depression. And Juice Wrld was a tragic victim of this era. And yeah, our Homewood Flossmoor alum, private school kid. I didn't do my homework. 90% sure of that. He's a martyr. A martyr, another music martyr like Sam Cooke, like Bob Marley, like John Lennon. How many, right? How many of them are there? Juice Wrld is on that list. And it's very sad stuff. If you listen to Wishing Well, it's such a good song. It is the best. I think it's better than the Kanye stuff. When he tries to write a song, it's good, but this was like, I think it was a better melody than even Kanye's melodies. It was so good. It was like a rap rock kind of, and this was the time of Black Beatles. Remember Black Beatles? This was that era, so that was getting kind of popular. And I think Juice Wrld was a Black Beatle kind of. I think it's even better. It was great. It was something you'd never heard before. And Wishing Well had this high production value that you could see what he was trying to do with the Envy on Lucid Dream stuff. It got even more polished and it was even cooler. There's this like electric guitar and it's with this 808, and the combo of an electric guitar and an 808 is so cool. And it's a clean guitar because you can hear that on Gorgeous by Kanye. There's an 808 with like a dirty guitar, but this is like a clean guitar. And Juice Wrld singing about how he's gonna die over it, but he's happy sounding. He's like, it's like, if he was happy lyrics, he'd be like, "That's a happy, happy song." It's not happy at all. It's like, I took my pain with my wishes and no wishing well, and it's just like up and down, up and down, up and down. I can't breathe. I'm waiting for the X. It's really good stuff. It's like the best rock pop thing to happen in 10 years, and I think it didn't really get to that again, from what I know about music. I haven't heard a rap song in like years. It might be because I'm old. I don't know what like popular rap is anymore. Or I don't know if there's even anything left. It's all like girls, right? I don't know. It's all done by girls at this point. I don't know. I can't name any. Maybe I'm just old though. But you tell me. I mean, it's super crazy stuff. But yeah, just to wrap up the story, Stone Park, home of the mob, home of industrial wasteland, Brookfield Zoo, home of like Nick Fuentes. That's where he's from, Lagrange Park. So there's a lot of characters floating around Lagrange Park and Stone Park and Melrose Park, and it's like The Sopranos. Juice Wrld comes from there. Juice Wrld goes to Envion, does all this stuff. The song he chooses is Sting. He chooses Stings. And if this isn't the perfect allegory, the perfect nail in the coffin, hammer to the head of our zillennial generation. I don't know what is. And I don't like labeling these things of the young people under 40. Okay, I'm not a New York Times writer. I'm not going to be classified by Orwellian speak. But the young people versus the old people. Sting. Here's "Shape of My Heart" being played by Envyon's mix. In this kind of cheap sounding mix. I'll be honest. I think Lucid Dreams sounds pretty cheap compared to his other stuff, and you can tell it's kind of a beginning record, but it's good. It's just you can tell it's not as produced. He just rips "Shape of My Heart" by Sting. He throws it in the back of the mix. It doesn't sound as nice as on the record. It's a little bit murkier, and I have these lucid, and it's the whole melody behind that. It's dun 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 dun, that minor sounding kind of scary, sad melody. Dun 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 dun, melancholy. Dun 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 dun. I think he cuts out the end of the phrase, but yeah, it's that little guitar, the classical guitar. Sting, these weird, rich British man. He takes everything. He says, "Uh oh, black guy from Chicago, black kid, 20, he's trying to get ahead. Can't be having that, you know." And there's some debate that he's had his own legal. Sorry, folks. I need to wrap this up. So Sting comes, takes all of Juice World's money, takes all of Bibby's money. It's like a wire plot. It's like something from The Wire. So, long story short, the aging 70-year-old imperialist Englishman Gordon Donald Sumner Gordon Sumner grabs Juice World's 20-year-old hit, and I think he pockets like 100 million or something, or 10 million. I don't know, something, a lot of money. He took his whole song, sure. I'm pretty sure he didn't make the whole song though, right? I'm pretty sure he took everything. You can check that. But yeah, Juice World's money for that song is gone. It's going to Sting, Gordon Sumner in Newcastle. It's over, folks. Couple months, maybe a day, week later, Juice World's dead at Midway. Gone. It's like a wire plot. It's better than a wire plot. It's literally like Marlo Stanfield or any of those guys. It's dark and it's real. Midway Airport, Southside Airport. Juice World's dead. 20 years old. Great artist. Great mind. I think Sting might have had something to do with it. I don't think it was a conspiracy, but I think he was a little sad about lucid dreams, right? So the young killed by the old. Now we're all going to get killed by the old, right? So that's the story, folks. Very sad story. And very tragic because I think he could have actually saved pop, rock, rap, whatever. I don't think we've had as cohesive of a talent since then. And Bibby, much like The Wire, strolls like a western into the night, like what's his name, like Clint Eastwood or something. Bibby's out there. Bibby's not dead. Bibby was the harder guy. He went harder. He was riskier, but he's not dead. He's a mogul. He's doing real estate or something. So it's kind of like some old Poncho and Lefty ride off into the desert thing. But it's in Chicago. And the old man took the money, and everybody's left to pick up the pieces. It's like the Great Gatsby. And that's the story of Juice World and Bibby and Sting. And you should check him out if you're younger and maybe you didn't grow up in that era. And I don't think things have gotten better since. I think that was the last push of decent cultural music. So check it out. Thank you.